From time immemorial, our ancestors have put a deep meaning into any of their occupations, and the subtleties of different crafts were kept, passing from generation to generation. These are details, important accents of which the culture and way of living of the Great Steppe civilization were built for centuries. The School of Nomads is for studying the past, creating the present to build the future. Today in the program, the Kyrgyz village of Bokanbayeva is the cradle of the revival of nomadic culture. Salburyn, the traditional Kyrgyz hunt. Berkut is a winged companion of a nomad. The culture, customs, and even crafts of the peoples of Central Asia are very similar to each other. All because all these peoples are descendants of great nomads. It was the nomads who for the first time domesticated a horse, a dog, and tamed a hunting bird. Yes, they were one of the first to manage to subdue a powerful natural element of fire. Some of the descendants of the great nomads are the Kyrgyz. Actually, the Kazakh and Kyrgyz cultures are very close. That is why today I went to visit the fraternal people, to be better acquainted with their culture and traditions. Issyk, a pearl hidden among the mighty mountains. The amazing village of Bokanbayeva is located on the coast of this lake, inhabitants of which continue to revive the culture of nomads and develop traditional crafts. After arriving here, I was certainly impressed by the indescribable beauty of Lake Issyk. By the way, tourists come to visit this village more often not to swim in the lake, but first of all, to get acquainted with the culture of nomads. One of those who carefully preserves the heritage of their ancestors and glorifies it not only in Kyrgyzstan, but throughout the world, Almas Akunov. This humble man, in the past, used to be a physical education school teacher. Today he revives the traditional Kyrgyz hunt, Salburyn. Almazaga created the Salburyn Federation and today trains his students in it, teaches them the traditional occupations of nomads. And I, of course, decided to become today one of the Jigits of the Salburyn Federation. Hello, Aga. How do you do, son? How did you get there? Good. My name is Samat. I came to you from Kazakhstan. I study the history and culture of the great nomadic civilization. Today I came to you to Kyrgyzstan to get acquainted with your national values, learn traditions, get acquainted with craftsmen who continue the studies of your ancestors, and learn from your masters their craft. It is very good. I am very glad that you came to us from fraternal Kazakhstan to see our culture, to study our history. We must preserve the heritage of the nomads, and therefore we attach to the culture of the young. We are now full, shod, dressed, but we lose culture. We lose our traditions and customs. We must fight for the preservation of all this. And that's why I am very glad to see you. As they say, being a mature man means looking for his past. Here is Almazaga. He greets me well, as he thinks I am very curious about history. He meets with a smile, promises to show all, to teach something. Hunting has always been an important occupation for the nomad. A faithful horse, a fast dog, and a sharp-sighted eagle. All these are the main components of the Salburyn. Horse, dog, bird, and man. This is one whole. They cannot be divided. We have this unity called Salburyn. This is a traditional Kyrgyz hunting, which has its origin from time immemorial. To survive, a human went hunting by taming a horse, a dog, and a bird. According to scholars, the tradition of the Salburyn is almost 3,000 years old. This is evidenced by many rock paintings. It is not rare among the images. You can find hunting scenes with a hunting bird. Yes, the integral part of the Salburyn tradition is of course the golden eagle. It is the strongest bird of prey. For the Kyrgyz, the golden eagle was a member of his family, because it usually lived with a man for a long time. On average, this predator lives 40 and even more years. But the falconer keeps his golden eagle no more than 20 years, and then lets go free. For a bird to give offspring, according to our traditions, we have two ways of taming a winged predator. We either catch an adult in the net or take a chick from the nest.
Bizde салт боюнча, дестер боюнча, бүркүттү тор жайып кармайт. Эки түрү бар. Экинчисин болсо, балапан кезинде уядан алат.
Catch the golden eagle. This is the half of the battle. Whole art requires the taming of a bird of prey. As a rule, the caught adult will show his character for a long time and oppose learning. For this, the golden eagle is not allowed to sleep for 2 or 3 days. As a result, a tired, exhausted bird submits to man. In addition, of course, the owner should often talk and pass his pet, so he will let the bird understand that he only wishes for good. To tame the hunting bird and to hunt with it, it is a whole art, and not everyone could cope with it. Therefore, in the traditional nomadic society, this craft was considered a gift of Tangri, a sacred art. So the mentor does not teach him everything. He does not teach for money. Berkuchi will give all his knowledge only to a worthy disciple, who in turn, when his time comes, will also give this great heritage to the next generation. Thus, golden eagles are often hereditary. According to this tradition, Almaz Akunov also teaches young guys who preferred creating the craft of the ancient golden eagles to the pleasures of the modern world. Salawat, how many years have you been engaged in this art? I have been training the golden eagle from the age of 15. At first, I had a dream to go to the city, but then I got carried away hunting with the hunters and decided to stay in the village. I want to keep this tradition and pass on. Salawat, will you show me how to properly train a golden eagle, prepare it for hunting? Of course, I will show. Where do we start? Now we will learn how to let the golden eagle fly. Salawat and I will climb to a high hill, and from there, I will personally make the eagle fly. I once did similar things. At home, in the Almaty region, in the village of Nura, hereditary eagle hunters also live. It seems to me that there is no particular difference in the training of the golden eagle, because hunting with a hunting bird is primarily an integral part of the culture of all Turkic peoples. This art is one of the personifications of the nomadic nation, and I am sure, as long as there are descendants of great nomads in the world, this sacred art will continue its way. Put on hand meili. How it is called? Meili. We call it bialai. Hold your hand like this. Don't be afraid. He won't bite. So friends, I take off blinder and let him fly. I confess, it was scary to put the golden eagle on my hand. I am a stranger to him, and I was afraid that the bird would bite my eye, or hit me with a wing. first attempt to launch the Golden Eagle, it turned out to be unsuccessful. My bird flew in the opposite direction. But I think the first time is forgivable. After all, to learn this art, it is necessary not just a day or two, but years. Salawat, what was my mistake? When the eye cups were removed, you should not push the bird. He would have flown himself. It means it is not good to push him. Yes. Well, friends, let's try again. You should show him the direction correctly. And it turns out that the Golden Eagle will see the goal. The second time, I also pushed the bird inadvertently. But the Golden Eagle, nevertheless, flew in the right direction and landed on the arm of another Golden Eagle. This method is called accustoming to food. One of the Berkutchis, standing or riding on a horse, should keep meat in his hand and call a Golden Eagle. So the bird will get used to coming to the man. Now we will launch the Golden Eagle, the bait Shurga. It is made of fox skin. I need to get on a horse, pick up a rope from a bait, and ride it with the speed of a real fox. And drag in a Shurga behind you. A Golden Eagle must catch the bait. Now if the guys are ready, then I'm ready. Salawat, let's start at 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. In less than 5 seconds, our Golden Eagle deftly grabbed the bait. Shurga is usually made from the skin of wild animals, a hare or fox. Training Golden Eagle today is not only a necessary component of hunting. To modern nomads, this is primarily a contest. In the Federation of Salburyn, the concept ethnosport is introduced. So Jigots compete among themselves, demonstrating the dexterity and strength of their winged companions. Up to today's day, the Kyrgyz were able to preserve and even further develop this kind of hunting. There are stories of hard times when one Golden Eagle fed a whole aul. There are a lot of such examples here. In each aul, there is such a story. How the Golden Eagle saved people from hunger. The Golden Eagle is the faithful companion of the hunter. Our ancestors considered this bird sacred. It belongs to the 7 treasures of the nomad in Kazakh tradition. It was always a member of the family. And that is why the valiant Golden Eagle hovering in the blue sky under the sun is depicted on our national flag. Since the nomads tamed the hunting birds, they of course began to make special equipment. For example, a tomaga, eye cup, ayakbao, a string for bird paws, and bialai, a mitt for hunter, for Golden Eagle to sit on it. All this was done by a special master. So I went to such a person. His name is Talgar. He himself is an eagle hunter, so he knows how to make the equipment. Hello, I'm Samat. I study crafts. I want to see how you make a tomaga. Will you show me? Welcome. Sit down. Now we will begin. Talgar learned this craft from his grandfather. Since childhood, he went hunting with his grandfather, went for the chicks of Golden Eagles, learned to look after them. Today, all local Berkutchi order different bird equipment from him. Tell me about the tomaga. It's the same eye cups, right? The Golden Eagle has very good eyesight. He can see at a distance of 8 kilometers. The predator, with such keen eyes, of course will strive to the goal. And the tomaga is necessary in order to keep the Golden Eagle calmly. As a rule, any headwear should not be left on the floor. And the nomads respected the tomaga and never threw them anywhere. Also, in a special way, people treated any eagle's equipment. For making, we need such taut leather.
Кандайынан тигилет. Ана мондай эле каласы бар.
We take the same kind of patterns in the form of a butterfly. We're applying. That's how we draw, yes? Yes. The tomaga is made from soft thawed leather. Of course, over the years, the berkut and the eagle, however, as well as the people, vary in size. Therefore, the tomaga is made every time according to the changed forms of the bird. Did you learn it yourself, or did someone teach you?
Үлгүсүн алып,
I took this sample and began to learn how to sew on it.
Өзүңүз үйрөндүңүз.
бул жанагы үлгүсү.
The patterns play an important role.
Эмени ойнойт да. Үлгүсү жакшы болсо,
If the sample is good, then the tomaga will be made well.
үлгүсү бузук болсо,
If not, then the result will not be successful.
жакшы түшпөйт да.
Well now, come on, you try. Now all this should be cut out along the contour. But thawed leather is hard. It is difficult to cut even with a sharp knife. Not any man can become a berkutchi, but everyone who sees this art gets great pleasure. Let the golden eagle in the sky, it gives amazing feelings to both the golden eagle and the spectator. Well, friends, you made pattern. If you look at it, it looks like a butterfly in shape. What do we do next?
Муну
Now we'll soak it in the water.
сууга салабыз.
For what?
Сууда
To soften.
жумшак болот. Жумшарат.
It is clear. Let's make soaked.
Ошо жибитип, өзү эле жибит да, бул суу.
Yes, let it stay in water. Softened material is easily stitched,
Тиги.
so it will be easier to sew. Yes, Talgar, but next to you, a bird sits. What kind is it? Do you keep it at home?
Бул кармалганда
This peregrine falcon is a member of our family.
үйлөбүздүн мүчөсү да.
Лашыңкысы ма?
Лашың уш деген ушул. Биздин
Бул да негизи
Is it also a bird of prey?
бул ой. Кел. Мирза. Мирза. Кел.
Yes, it belongs to the falcon family.
Тукумуна кирет.
Talgar has been hunted this peregrine called Mirza for 2 months, and in spite of the fact that Mirza was born and grew up freely, it quickly got used to the house comfort. According to Talgar, Mirza is a hen bird. If you sit next to it, then you will not make it fly away. But in front of you, there is a predator. He hunts for sparrows, crows, cocks, and ducks. Now the softened leather should be pierced with an awl at the places of future joins. The work is not difficult, but takes time. It's not necessary to measure each stitch.
Мында коюп тур.
Yes, you need to measure. The main thing is to make even holes. Then it will be easier to sew.
Экинчиси оңой кетет да. Муну тештикпи?
Here, the holes must wash.
Бул жанагы тешкендин размеринде эле кайра теше беребиз.
Әкеліңіз аға.
I'll try too.
Ошо богуп.
Pierce it so that the awl would come out from here. Tomaga is not only a means to close the eyes of the golden eagle from extraneous prey. At the same time, thanks to these eye cups, the bird will be calm. If the tomaga does not fit the size and rubs the eyelids, then the bird will be nervous and will not let wear such equipment.
Аға,
So I finished with holes, all right?
Болды ғой.
We will sew now.
Қарай, тігуге кірісеміз ба?
Эми муну тигүүгө киришебиз. Мындай жип керек.
Бұл қандай жіп?
What is the thread?
Мыктуу.
It's very strong. Wax in it.
Арунун воскадан жасалган да, арыдан эмесинен воскадан жасалган. Эми муну бул тешик.
Now teach me how to sew.
Муну
It is necessary to pass through these holes and join.
экөөнү бириктириш керек. Мындай болду. Эми
Then you catch the end of the thread
кармаш керек.
Ага.
Анан шибегенин
and stretch it like this.
керек. Анан муну сууруп кетиш керек. Анан мындан бияка чейин өлчөш керек.
Мына.
That's enough.
Дедим муну жети турган.
Ага.
Анан
Then you pass the next stitch.
Экинчисинен өткөрөсүң. Аны катып
If you do not tighten it more tightly, then the joints will weaken with time.
кылыш керек.
It seems the process is not complicated. Let's try it myself too.
Жанагы тешкен боюнча тешесиң.
It is necessary that the holes coincide with those that we have already done.
Өзүнүн тешигине тууралайсың.
Yes, the holes made by the awl made the work much easier. The thread goes easily and smoothly, the stitch to the stitch. By the way, the softer side of the bridle leather is the inside of the tomaga, and the seams are all made outward. Well, the last stitch.
Бітірдім.
Oh good.
Жакшы.
Өзінің
It seems that it is similar.
Осымен болды.
That's all?
Жок, муну
No. Now we must beat up.
мындай кылабыз. Коебуз, мындай коебуз.
We will do it with the help of a hammer,
Ага.
Анан балка менен
like this.
соккулайбыз.
Why do we need this?
Бул
To put it in the right shape.
формасына келтирет да.
This is how the master adjusts the tomaga to the shape of the golden eagle's head. He makes places for eyes more convex with the help of such a hammer.
Чоюп.
This is how we stretch.
Муну бүркүткө кийгизип коюш керек да. Кийгизип койсо анын өзү дагы мунусу да чоюлат. Момундай болгон форма алат. Уже
Then I will try on the golden eagle.
бияк
Over time, the tomaga will acquire the desired shape.
ушу өзүнүн калыбы алат да.
Ага.
So each bird has its own dimensions. Yes,
Бул өзү
a well-sewn tomaga will sit firmly on the bird.
тигилсе жакшы болуп калат да. Эми муга чачы жасаш керек да.
And now we'll do this tassel. Yes, a tassel is needed. The bottom of the tomaga must be with this strap, so the eye cap will firmly sit on the bird. And the top of the tomaga is decorated with such a brush. Some masters adorn the tomaga with silver plates. This jewelry work is also one of the kinds of crafts of nomadic culture.
Чачылар болсо
This tassel, it's not just for beauty. Its main task is that it would be easy to remove the tomaga during hunting.
кармаш
A hunter can hook teeth like that.
банан. Ушундай. Лайк.
So it's not for the sake of beauty invented. Well, that's it. Are we done with this? Yes, we're done.
Міне достар, 3 сағат
Well, here is the result of our 3-hour work with Talgar Aga.
қорытындысы.
Aga, for the first time, I myself learned to make a tomaga.
Жакшы.
What can you say?
Жақсы болды ма?
Эмкиси
For the first time, it worked out well.
Иә. Енді аға рахмет, бүгін ерінбей маған
Thank you very much for spending your time with me and showing how the tomaga is made.
Міне жасап көріп.
I'm very happy. Most importantly, I would like to wish you success in reviving and developing this national craft.
Ата кәсібін дамыту жолындағы, оны жастарға үйрету жолындағы еңбегіңіз ары қарай жана берсін, аяқ қолыңызға дерт бермесін дегім келеді.
рахмат.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Today, hunting and working with hunting birds has become not just a tradition. This art is the historical heritage of our ancestors. I am very glad to get acquainted with the Kyrgyz brothers, who are not only continuing this nomadic occupation, passing from generation to generation, but also glorifying it far beyond their republic. And the most important thing for us, the descendants of nomadic civilization, is to preserve this great heritage.